Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this blessing is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And this fruit you see on your screen here, it's called a blushwood berry. Now this fruit only grows in a particular region in Australia. And that region is, it's hard to get to. And Esau Edom makes this fruit hard to access even in Babylon. And why is that? Because there's an extract produced from the seeds of this fruit called EB46. Now EB46 is rumored, because I can't say what it can and can't do, or this page will get struck for so-called medical misinformation. But the extract from this fruit is rumored to kill the big C, right? And what's the big C? Is this right here, which at the end of the day, there are different types of the big C, but all it is at the end of the day is a collection of cells that the body really can't properly dispose of. So when the cells gather up in one location, it creates a tumor. All right, that's how you detect the big C. All right, uncontrolled abnormal growth of cells. The etymology from ancient Greek, karkinos, meaning crab. All right, and if people that follow zodiac signs, the zodiac sign for the big C is a symbol of a crab, or you'll see basically looks like a 69 sideways, like the number 69 sideways, which is shaped like a crab. All right, because like a crab, the big C cells seem to grab on and won't let go. Right, but allegedly, you know, this is the fruit, or this is one of the fruits that can be used to kill the big C. All right, let me jump over to the book of Sirach, chapter 38. Start from the top. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. Every brother has their own portion in the spirit, man. All right, some brothers have the portion of being a physician, man. And now, with being a physician comes the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, really on how the human body works and what reacts to it, or what could cause it to react certain ways. Right? It's really the study, of different medicines, and how it reacts to the body, or if your body is acting a certain way, if you have a certain symptom, what herb, fruit, vegetable, so on and so forth, or what course of action you could take to relieve that symptom, or understand what's causing that symptom and relieve that, man. Because Esau Edom, what their doctors do is they only treat the symptoms. Oh, you have a headache? Take this Advil, which is destroying your liver, right? And so on and so forth. Oh, you got a cough? Drink this cough syrup with Robitussin, which ultimately destroys your liver. Hurts your immune system and makes you sicker, right? That's why the majority, Slakia, all of Esau Edom's medicines come with side effects, man. So-called medicines, man. All right. What's the side effect for eating fruit, man? There is none. All right. This is why the Lord is the perfect physician, man. All right. Sirach 38:2. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the King. Right. At the end of the day, all health comes from the Most High, man. All health, comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right. The Lord uses men, to perform his action, right? To perform to perform his will at the end of the day, man. And the Lord created medicines out of the earth, for sicknesses, man, for health, for nutrition, right, and to relieve sicknesses and to cure sicknesses, man. All right, verse 3: the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. All right, because like they say in the world, a healthy man has 1,000 wishes, but a sick man only has one wish. This is why physicians and health is so honored, man. All right. Uh, Sirach 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Right. If you are wise, you won't hate, you know, the fruits and vegetables that come out the earth, man. Was that word abhor? Regard with disgust and hatred, man. All right, because Esau Edom, especially in in so-called TV shows and programs that are created for children, what they like to push, well, on these TV shows is kids and little children, hating uh, fruits and vegetables, right? Fruits and vegetables always tasted good, right? But it's the propaganda that Esau Edom pushes, because they push sickness, because the pharmaceutical company is $1 trillion business, man. Right? You go into damn near any house in Babylon, you open the medicine cabinet in the bathroom, you're gonna see drugs in there. You're gonna see pharmaceuticals, if not prescription. You're gonna see Advil, Tylenol, Pepto Bismol, so on and so forth, man. You're gonna see all of that in somebody's house, man. All right. Esau Edom, is the biggest drug dealer in the history of mankind. All right. I don't think there's ever been a time where they push so many harmful drugs to the mass public like this, man. All right. But what does the scripture say about them, man? Let me go to the book of Job, chapter 13. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Right. Your modern day doctors have no value, to be honest. Your modern day doctors have sold out the people to the pharmaceutical companies and these drug empires, man. All right. Your modern day doctors have sold out the people, their so called patients, and turned them into customers for big pharma, man. They are physicians of no value, man. And that's not more obvious since March 2020. Then you truly are blind in this world, man. Well, back to this Blushwood berry, man. And Blushwood berry and the extract from it that's created called EBC 46, man. All right, EBC 46 and the Blushwood berries. All right, a study concluded at a research institute in Queensland, Australia, has shed new light on what could become the next big C treatment. All right, and for the record, I'm referring to big C as this right here. All right, the uncontrollable abnormal growth of cells. Because I'm not gonna say that this thing could cure it, but I'm gonna read what people are saying about it, man. At the end of the day, there are fruits and vegetables out there that could cure. You know what? Let me not even say that. But there are fruits and vegetables out there that could basically delete any disease, man. All right. The most we read it in Sirach 38:4, man. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Right. And when you go into these pharmaceutical drugs, man, the majority of them are created from herbs. But what they do is they add chemicals to make them petroleum based. Right. And this is what causes the side effects. These side effects and the big C is really your body reacting to the chemicals inside of it. That's all Big C is. Big C is in a reaction to chemicals, man. And they put chemicals in everything. All right. This is why a lot of times you'll see certain items taken off store shelves, certain drugs taken off the drug shelves, pharmaceutical shelves. Because what do they do? They're causing the big C, right? How can baby powder cause the big C? It's because whatever you put on your skin, your body absorbs about 80% of it. So the chemicals they're using to create that baby powder, that talcum powder, is being absorbed by the body, causing the big C, right? But this is where these blushwood berries come in, man. All right, blushwood berry, or scientific term Hylandia doctrilii, This naturally occurring fruit contains compounds that began killing off the big C almost immediately when studied in the laboratory. Chemotherapy and radiation are toxic and come with harsh side effects, often making the ill feel more ill, right? Because when you do chemo, yeah, chemo will kill off the big C cells, but it kills everything else too, man. All right, chemotherapy is equivalent to basically bleaching out your body, man. Yeah, bleach will destroy. You know, if you have a hazardous spill somewhere, yeah, you can pour bleach on it to destroy any so-called germs that may be part of it, but it's gonna kill everything too. It's gonna kill good germs and bad germs. That's what chemotherapy and radiation do. It kills everything, the good and the bad. You can't pinpoint with chemotherapy to kill only these certain cells, man. All right. Blushwood berries are the fruit of the blushwood tree, which is known to grow only in one region of the world, the rainforest of far North Queensland, Australia. These tropical trees are not found anywhere else on the globe, but grow in abundance near Australia's northeastern tip. All right, and don't think that there aren't any other trees like this, man. All right, because there are a lot of different species of fruit trees, and so and the scriptures talks about how we only seen a few of the Most High's works, man, a few of the Most High's creations. So I'm gonna Google real quick how many different types of fruit are there in the world, and there's over 2,000 different types of fruit, but the Western diet typically only includes about 10% of these. It's also important to note that many fruits have multiple varieties. For example, there are more than 7,500 varieties of apples grown throughout the world. All right, so if you include the different types of fruit, and then you include the different varieties of fruit, there's millions of different fruits, man. All right, because there's different types of apples, the different types of oranges, the different types of kiwis, the different types of grapes, and these are just the basics, man. What about the different types of fruit that we don't know about, man? All right, and this is why the Lord is so magnificent, man. This is only the what we know about, man. How much more what we don't know, or what about or what's going to be created in the kingdom, man? All right. I'm not gonna read all of this, man. The researchers at QIRM, the Medical Research Institute, headed by Dr. Glenn Boyle, used an experimental drug produced from the seeds of the blushwood berries called EB46. They used this drug to treat the spots of melanoma on dogs, cats, and horses. Melanoma is a different type of big C, but they're all the same because they're all caused by the same thing, a collection of cells. But melanoma is more specifically on the skin surface, right? Now Jake really doesn't, uh, it really isn't afflicted by that. Very few Jakes are afflicted by the big C, Salakia, by melanoma, right? But if it could treat one type of big C, it could treat a bunch of others type of big C's as well, man. All right. The subjects were diagnosed by veterinarians and given a poor prognosis, most being considered candidates for euthanasia prior to participating in the study. All right, so these dogs, cats, and horses were on death's door, given a poor prognosis, meaning they don't have much more. They were diagnosed by a veterinarian saying that these animals don't have much longer to live, man. That's what given a poor prognosis really means, especially if it's considered candidates for euthanasia, which is basically being put to sleep. The painless killing of a patient suffering from an incurable and painful disease, right? Amazingly, these animals that had been on death's door prior to the study had their melanoma big C's tumors disappear after the treatment in the lab, right? So the results were when injecting when injecting EB46 into the big C cells on the subjects, the tumors reacted by turning a dark color, then falling off. The derivative from the blushwood berry is thought to cut off the oxygen supply to the big C cells, allowing for the removal of the tumors without the need for surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation therapy. All right. The researcher reported that most of the subject's tumors previously considered lost by veterinarians were gone within 48 hours of being injected with EB46. Right. So the uh, the extract from this fruit, this Blushwood berry, killed big C cells in under 48 hours, man. All right, and that's the Lord, man. This is that's the power. This is the Lord is not the Lord could save, deliver anybody from anything, man. All right, so if you get a big C diagnosis, you can't doubt, you can't lose faith, man. You got to put your faith in the Lord, man, because really He could cure anything, man. All right. So at 38:4, the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? I believe that's talking about a time in Exodus with Moses and the Israelites crossing, or not crossing, Slakia, coming up to bitter water named Marah. Exodus 15:22. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. All right, 3 days of no water, that's a trial, man. That's a bitter trial, but that's a hard trial too, man. Especially when you're traveling, going through the wilderness. All right, verse 23. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. Right, and this is when you go, this is when you go into the word America, right? It also means bitter too, because of this root word Marah. Marah, bitter. The spring with bitter water, which was 3 days travel from the crossing of the Red Sea in the peninsula of Sinai. Right. Verse 24, and the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? So they started crying out, complaining. They got to this place with water. They haven't drank it 3 days, but they can't drink it. It's like you being in the middle of the ocean, stuck in the middle of the sea, just stuck on a boat, and you're surrounded by water, but you can't drink that water. Because if you drink the ocean water when you're thirsty, you're going to get thirsty faster. You're going to dehydrate faster because of the salt, and you're going to die quicker, man. Same thing with this. They came to this water, but they couldn't drink it, even though they were going through extreme thirst. After 3 days of no water, you're going through extreme thirst, man. Exodus 15:25, and he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. Right? And that's another sign of the Lord using herbs, using herbs to restore something, man. Using herbs to restore, which would be the tree, to restore the natural properties of water, to make it drinkable again. Verse 26, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee, man. All right. And where does this come from, man? What do fruits and vegetables come from? These are natural creations of the Lord, man. Of course, the Lord created everything in existence, but he created everything for his purpose, man. And the purpose of these, man, is, to get rid of this. All right. Now, again, so far, it's really only been tested on certain types, melanoma being specific, but, if it could help one, it could help the majority of these, man. All right. And I want to play this video real quick. but they might strike it because they
Cure
say
and cancer don't often go together, but a single injection of a berry found only in Australia's far north is now thought to cure many types of cancer. It's being tested on animals at death's door and now on humans, making tumours disappear in just 48 hours.
In the depths of the Queensland rainforest grows a small seed with huge potential.
This is an extraordinary drug. It's a unique drug, and it really is something quite different.
Derived only from Australia's Blushwood tree, EBC46 is a molecule that can fight cancer.
A full tumour destruction within 7 days.
Following astonishing results shrinking solid tumours in animals like Oscar, world-first human trials have now begun. For melanoma sufferer Denise Powell, joining the trial was a chance to avoid amputation.
My cancer surgeon said, I can take that one out. If you get any more, then you might lose an arm.
Instead of more surgery, EBC46 was injected directly into the tumour in Denise's armpit.
Less than 20 minutes, the tumour had gone purple, then black. Then within a couple of days, the tumour just kind of shriveled up and died.
This first stage trial is using safe, low doses, but even early results look promising.
Surgery treats most tumours, about 60% of them worldwide, and to do that you need an operating theatre. But with EBC46 you could go along anywhere.
When injected,
Cure and cancer don't often go...
see. All right, you know that's the Lord, man. All right. But, you know, ESA makes it hard to get your hands on this, man. Because if you go, if you type in EB46 into Google, all right, it shows you, let me go to Google Shopping. These things, you know, they run kind of expensive. I believe this one on eBay is for animals. Wait, no, Salaki, this isn't the one. You know, this is $140 on eBay. But again, you can't just get any one, you know. You really just can't, because you want to try to get one that's not extracted with alcohol, so it doesn't hurt the properties of the extract of the Blushwood berry, man. When the majority of these are made in America too, right? Crafted in Sweden, origin is Queensland, Australia. If the origin is not Australia, you know it's fake, man, because the berry only grows in one place. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Kwakwadosh. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and Abba Babal.